Hey, y'all. Can everybody hear me with and without the mic? That's got me?
Yeah.
Good. I'm Tom Winslow, for y'all that don't know me. Thank you for coming out. I thought I spoke fast until I heard Chad talk, so I'll try to keep it slower than him, but I can't promise that. I am running for House Seat 103 against Carl Anderson. I want to thank you all for having me out here. I really appreciate it. I want to thank RL for cooking for dinner for everybody. Thank you all. Thank you, Jim. I think Chad's already left, but it was great seeing him and Elijah come out to support us. It's really important that we get out November 6th. We support all the candidates we believe in. I am a petition candidate. So even though I'm Republican, I'm the president of the Republican Party in the city of Georgetown, I don't have an R next to my name. That doesn't mean I'm any less conservative than you are. It doesn't mean I'm any less proud of being a conservative than you are. I'm proud to stand up here before you. I consider you like souls. All we want is the best for this country. And that's what I was brought up on. When I was a child, I would go up to my parents' farm up in Edenton, North Carolina. It was my grandparents, my dad's side of the family. And we would get up in the morning, we would pick beans. We would take those beans in, we would cook them for dinner that night when the sun went down. That's when work was over. We didn't just ask other people to do it for us. We didn't go to our next door neighbor and ask for some of their beans. We would go get our own, and we would do our own work, and we would cook it, and we would take care of ourselves and what we made. And that's what being a Republican is about. So having the opportunity to work hard for what you want, work hard for what you have, and be able to enjoy those resources that you've earned. And that's what I'm here to let you do, and let me do, and let my children do, is to enjoy what we've worked hard for. I want to introduce you all to my wife, Lauren. Lauren, stand up, baby. She's shy. I won't make her come up on stage like Lindsay had to. She's more behind the scenes. She's my support. And so I thank her for that. And I want to thank all of y'all for coming out. I mean, it's a Monday night. You could be at home with the family, but you know how important this is. It's important to all of us. And so I want to thank you also for being here. I want to thank Suda. Last Wednesday, I came out here to Chandler's Restaurant to hear the vision of Andrews, because Andrews is just as important as any other place in Georgetown County, just as important as any other part of District 103. And I came out there, even though my opponent wasn't there, to hear what the vision was for Andrews, to hear how we can make Andrews what it used to be, and to hear about how everybody used to describe it. And I want it to be like that again. And I want to hear what y'all want to do with this area, because that's what drives it. It's what the people want, because I'm representing you. So I need to know what you want so I can represent those interests and get you that funding and get you what you need to do that. What I've heard over and over and over again is that y'all need the jobs, you want the businesses, you guys need leadership. 1 out of every 10 people in Georgetown County does not have a job. For every 1 person that finds a job, 4 people quit looking. That's where we're heading with this local leadership we have. Tim Tilley, who's endorsed me, who's heading up the drive to get the board dredged so we get those businesses in here, says we have one of the weakest houses in the entire state. No matter how hard the Senate works, no matter how hard anybody works, if it doesn't get through the House, it doesn't get anywhere. And for 8 years, nobody's changed that. Why? Why have we all said, you know what? It's okay for you not to do anything. We like you. That's not what you do with an employee. When you elect a politician, they're your employee. You're the boss. You get to hire and fire them every 2, 4, 8 years, whatever you want. So why are we happy with people that aren't doing their job? Since my opponent's been in office, unemployment's gone up 2%, from basically 7.4 to 9.6. That's not the right direction. The port hasn't been dredged. That's not the right direction. The roads, they haven't been completed, or have they? How are we going to get any business here when we can't take care of ourselves? When our representatives aren't representing our interests? We need to demand that they do their job. And if they don't do their job, they need to go. Same goes for me. If you put me there and you say he's not doing a good job 2, 4, 8 years from now, get rid of me. My job is there to represent you, not myself. I promise you I will never use the state airplane to fly from Columbia to Georgetown. That's a 2.5-hour drive. I will not take your taxpayer dollars and do that. You've worked too hard for that money, for me to use that money for my own personal gain. There's not an excuse that can make me fly a plane for a 2.5-hour drive. Doesn't make sense to me. But I want to tell you, I drive that drive all the time for work. Never once have I said, you know what, I think I'm going to take the plane today. Doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? Y'all wouldn't do that. So why should I do that if I'm representing you? A true representative represents his people, not through talking, but through doing, as Chad said. It's time to do. Time for me to do what you want me to do. And the only way I can do that is for you to vote for me, to put me there. Put me there, give me the chance. Now on your tables, I put some information out there about me, so you can learn about me. Take it with you. I got more out there. Give it to friends. Pass it around. Word of mouth. And big question's been truth about experience. Our local mayor, Jack Scoville in Georgetown, has endorsed the other guy. Y'all that know Jack Scoville, I don't know if that's really a good endorsement or not. But he did it. He did it. So the experience I have with Jack so far has been sinkholes in Georgetown, an unfinished dredging project, and an unfinished drainage project. So we have literal sinkholes, and then we have a metaphorical sinkhole in Carl Anderson, who has done nothing but lost more jobs and hasn't brought in more business. So if you want someone like that, then, vote for him. But I want to fill that sinkhole with jobs, fill that sinkhole with businesses, and make it a hill for us to stand on, a place for us to be proud of, for God to look on us and bless us with what we deserve. That's what Georgetown deserves. Now, I can't stand up here and attest to being the best person in the world. But I can stand up here and attest to doing the best job I possibly can do for you. Because that's what I can do. That's what God will allow me to do. And with Lauren's support, with Jim's support, and with y'all's support on November 6th, I will do that. On October 28th, from 2 to 4, down in Lambertown Park, I'm going to be out there doing a meet and greet. And I want each of you there. Lunch will be there. Because you know what? Each of you is important. Each of your friends, each of your family members is just as important as that person down in the city of Georgetown, as that person over in Merle's Inlet, that Stephen Goldfinch is going to represent. We need to get there together, to work together to give us what we deserve. That's what we're going to do on November 6th. So on November 6th, I'm encouraging you to look at those names and say, who represents my morals? Who represents my principles? And check that man. I'm not a Republican in name only. I am representing the party in the city. I am the president down there. I am a conservative at heart, and I'm a Republican also. I might not have the R, but I do have the heart of a conservative. So check the name. Check my name after you read this information. And remember, Win with Winslow, I'm always available. Call me. Email me. Check out the website, winwithwinslow.com. And I'm here for you because I'm representing your interests and your morals and your principles. So do not be afraid to ask me to be for you. Thank y'all.